Hey kids, Sideshow here. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about something very serious, but easy to take lightly. Um, I don't know how to put this, so I'll just say it. New dope, the new acid that's floating around, the pretend acid. Um, yeah, those two drugs specifically. Well, I guess the pretend acid is a class of drugs. Whatever. Uh, those two specifically uh, are the work of the devil. And I mean the devil quite literally. I mean an actual person who's in charge of things that wants it to be worse. Um, yeah, I believe. Oh, and I forgot to include this in the list of my beliefs. That the whole world is lying in the power of the wicked one. Um, I guess I'll explain myself a little bit, just because instead of just listing the belief, just because I did forget to list that in the video beliefs. So yeah, I'll cover the belief and the why at the same time. Uh, I suppose that was all unnecessary exposition. Um, anyway, uh, yeah, the whole world is lying in the power of the wicked one. So saith the Bible. Um, this is one that I take seriously. Um, Basically, to run it down, when the devil challenged God, Satan versus Jehovah, yeah, back in the Garden of Eden, right after the first prophecy was uttered, um, uh, yeah, or very soon after, um, God basically said, if you want to show that you're a better God, um, let's see it. He challenged Satan to put his money where his mouth was, and actually be in charge. So he handed over the reins, uh, gave room for more than just influence. Gave actual control over the world and all the goings on in it to Satan the devil. And he's using that power today with the drug crowd specifically. Well, he's using that power with all crowds, but the way it affects drug people specifically is with the new meth and with the new acid. It's taken away all the good, all the good from these things, which I believe are gifts from God. Um, and what better way to slap God in the face than to defile and twist and pervert his gifts, into where they're actually hurting people instead of, well, drugs always had the capacity to hurt people. Uh, I think Jehovah kind of knew that when he supplied them or made them available to be supplied. I don't know how to say that. Um, yeah. Yeah. What better way to abuse and put down a gift than to pervert it and use it against the users? Um, yeah, I actually talked to some people in the legislature about this problem. Not, of course, from the angle that it's from Satan the devil, and yeah, it's one more shot he's taken at those that might live. Um, yeah, I went to the legislator just explaining that the things I've said in other videos about new dope, that it's a chiral isomer, that it's only 50% as potent. I say they are under the impression that meth is actually more potent now because it's more pure than when it was a Fedra dope back before 2008. Um, yeah, they say that it's more potent, and they took it as a win when I told them that no, it's only half as potent because of that chiral isomer, the L-meth present with the D-meth. Yeah, 50% potent tops, 100% pure. is 50% potent. That's why kids are doubling their doses so recklessly and fearlessly. Um, they don't realize that it has none of the benefit or half the benefit and all the worries. It has all the same problems of psychosis, maybe even more so. Um, I believe it breaks down the blood-brain barrier, maybe better. Maybe that's the L meth that's responsible for that. Because new dope, you're more susceptible to weed and alcohol, whereas with old dope, uh, you were less susceptible. So I'm really thinking the L meth breaks down the blood-brain barrier more so than the D meth. Um, so anyway, I spoke with the legislator, and yeah, they took it as a win. They took it as a win, even though I tried to explain to them that it's more readily available. For every one dealer they take down, there's 10 more that are available. Cheap, it's more cost effective than it's ever been. I think I heard it at like 400 an ounce a while back. It's unbelievable, but it's worthless. Um, yeah, don't get me wrong. I have no intention of quitting, but I see very little value in what is available now. And again, I believe it is straight up from the devil. Um, it's got his signatures all over it. Um, and also, I don't believe in the whole big meth epidemic thing. I believe we are in a crisis, but I believe that's because of poor treatment, horrible treatment. I'll get into that in its own video. And yeah, I think that's about a lack of role models. There's no more role models in the community to teach young tweakers how to do their craft um, responsibly. Fucking mandatory minimums and all the problems you hear everyone else griping about. I do believe there's a solution, and it's about treatment. But don't get me wrong, I'm not even mad that it's widely available and cheap. Those are good things to me. Um, yeah, yeah, those are all good things. I don't want it to sound like I'm talking bad about them being present and more readily available. It's just that they count it as a bad thing. So when they say, "Oh, it's half as potent, it's a win," I say, "Well, yeah, but what about all the things I've just said?" Um, yeah, couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. They were patting themselves on the back. I was explaining that we need legislation uh, making ephedrine more available, uh, bring it back from the cartels, and yeah, put it back in the hands of the local boys, where it should be, where it should have been all along. Um, their laws aren't winning; they're just hurting people, and they're making a crap dope available in service of the devil. Um, that yeah has almost no benefit and almost twice as many problems. That's their solution. That's their solution. They like it like that, and I can't understand why for the life of me. Yeah, I think they're in cahoots. The one in charge of this system is obviously their boss. So I mean, things are going well for them. Um, yeah, it's the only explanation I can see. Keep your stick on the ice.